Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Steph Collar, and we have a great show lined up. We're going to start off with Roastmaster James Spano from Cup to Cup Coffee in Savannah. James, thank you for joining us.
Well, I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
A Roastmaster.
Yes.
You are in coffee. It's your life, it's your world, and it's delicious.
It is indeed. Absolutely.
How did you get started in coffee, and what's going on in Savannah? You were doing wholesaling. Now you've got a retail shop opening with a grand opening coming up. Tell us a little bit about coffee
absolutely.
and Cup to Cup.
I first got into coffee when I was in college. I started working at a coffee shop like most college students
do.
Yeah,
yep.
Absolutely. And I just fell in love with coffee, everything about it. I loved learning about the different countries that coffee came from, different ways to brew coffee, and really the way that coffee brought people together. And so when I graduated and after I spent some time traveling, I decided that coffee was what I wanted to get into. And so I decided to choose roasting as my start in coffee.
Okay.
And so we've been in Savannah now. I opened up my roastery about 7 years ago, been providing shops and restaurants in the area, and felt that this was the time to get a retail side of the coffee going. And so we've had a retail shop.
Where is the retail shop?
The retail shop is on Abercorn. It's at 140 Abercorn Street.
Okay.
So just above Oglethorpe on Abercorn, downtown Savannah.
And roasting, there's a science. They don't call you a roast master for nothing. I mean,
Right.
Roasting really is delicate.
Sure, there's a balance between craft and science in the field of roasting. Definitely, wish that I'd paid a little bit better attention in science when I was in high school. Some of those things and things that you never thought that you would have to think about in terms of chemistry and things like that. You're suddenly trying
so my
to
11-year-old
remember.
Needs to pay attention.
Yeah, those classes
is
actually
important.
do pay off. If you can remember them, and it does help jog the memory.
And so is the coffee shop attached to the roasting room?
No, it's a separate location.
Okay.
So the roastery is kind of a closed off. It's out on Wilmington Island,
Okay.
Away from downtown, and more of a workspace area. And so I was excited to have something that people could come in, sit down, have a cup of coffee, and really share what excites me about coffee.
And you had said coffee brings people together, and it
Right.
really does. I mean, even across time and space almost, because I'll catch up with girlfriends that are on different coasts, and it'll be like, okay, make a cup of coffee and call me. And it's just really special to be with people when you're drinking coffee. And coffee's started to change a little bit in the Southeast over the past few years. What kinds of things are you seeing as far as the industry?
Yeah, the coffee scene is really growing in the South. There are different pockets of the country have seen a faster growth in what we call specialty coffee, which is a higher quality and more advanced ways of preparing and serving it. And so the South has been a little bit slower in coming along, but over the past 5 years, it's really skyrocketed in advancing and really being forward in the coffee scene.
Well, coffee is delicious, and you are having a big event Friday night, June 10th.
Yes.
To celebrate the grand opening of Cup to Cup. What can people expect when they're there? Sips of free coffee?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so from 4 to 7 on June 10th, Friday, we will have a spread of pastries out. We'll be giving out samples of free coffee, and then some of our more specialty drinks will be given really great discounts on those. So people can come in, check out the shop, try some stuff for free, and if they're interested, maybe grab something else as well.
And what constitutes a specialty drink? Like, what's something on your menu that's a specialty
So,
drink?
your cappuccinos and your lattes,
Okay.
and then we have some unique things, like ice drinks, like a coffee tonic, which is more of a refreshing ice beverage. We have a drink that uses cascara.
What is cascara?
Coffee, what we think of as coffee, is actually the seed of a fruit.
Okay.
And so cascara is the fruit itself, which is dried, and then you can make a drink out of that. It's more of a sweeter cherry-like flavor.
Okay. So coffee all around, June 10th, Cup to Cup on Abercorn Street?
Correct.
In Savannah, big grand opening to celebrate moving from the roasting and wholesale into the retail market. James, thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you very
Go
much.
have a cup of coffee.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.